back with the newest family member.
Hi.
Ava Lise.
Are you a big sister now?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Good.
You feel good? You've been having fun?
Remember I meet her at the doctor appointment?
Yeah. Officially, what, 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
5 weeks, getting back in the swing of things. We're gonna take you guys along with us today. We have a couple errands to do, and we're gonna fill you guys in on the birth, I guess, like birth story and what we've been up to these past couple weeks.
Life in
and
the first month
yeah,
with the newborn.
exactly. And also, I guess some of the differences that we've been experiencing with this baby versus Leslie, because I feel like that's something that we've been talking about a lot.
Yeah.
We've got a cranky toddler because she's been up since
Like
4
4 a.m.
Our sleep schedule is all messed up.
Everybody's, not just us.
Trying to
Leslie's
get
too.
into a routine of some
We've
sort.
been doing a good job at getting Leslie down
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Like between 6 and 7, she'll go to sleep. But you know, some nights she'll sleep the whole night. Other nights she's waking up at 1, 2 in the morning, coming into our room. And then there's nights like last night where she wakes up at like 4 and is
Right.
running around the house, and I don't
Right.
know what's going on.
Yeah, so she's
So
tired.
we're figuring it out.
We're about to head to the car. I feel like she's gonna take a nap. Hopefully she
I think she's
takes a
already
nap.
falling asleep right now.
You know what this is? You know what this is, Joey?
A coffee.
A melted coffee, because I've been trying to drink this for the past 5 hours.
I think I finished mine 5 hours ago.
All right, let's get the day started.
Transfer. She's crazy.
She's praising?
She was crazy. Hi. What is the hand? I want to touch her.
You want to push her?
Yeah.
Okay, how about we push her together?
I want to touch her by myself.
You got it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Where's your backpack? You got your backpack?
Gotta get your backpack.
Give me glasses too.
And your glasses? Oh, I got them right here.
Put them in.
Here, take them. You gonna wear them? Don't mind the mess of bags over there. Promise that's not trash.
We're getting rid of these things.
That is not trash. So we spent this last weekend doing some deep cleaning, some early spring cleaning, and our closet was a mess in our room. I'm gonna be honest. We had to go through everything in there, completely redoing our entire wardrobe. So we're getting rid of a lot of clothes, which is what those bags are. We're taking them to a donation center close by. Just gonna get rid of it all, starting fresh, out with the old, in with the new.
All right, bring her through. Coming through. Baby sis on board. Big sis. Oh wait, let me see your sweater. Girl, let me see your sweater. Hey, what's it say?
Big sis.
Love it.
You wanna follow me? You can come with me.
I come with Daddy.
Okay. Ooh, nice day out.
Ha. Now we need to get it more.
Eva, love you.
Doors all locked up.
Yep.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Behind there.
Yeah, if you can help with that, that'd be great. I do like the Duna. It's definitely more convenient. Hi, lovely.
Hi.
Hi. Figured it out.
Dropped off the clothes. Officially heading out from the loading zone. They come right to your car, which is great. You don't even have to really do anything. Knocked out.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Knocked out. Knocked out.
Never actually been inside.
Oh, shh, shh.
Spoke too soon. I think Ava just woke up. Quick, pretend you're sleeping.
Me and Joey, every time we hear her, we're like, quick, pretend you're sleeping.
Are you in the mood for anything specific? I'm starving.
I'm
right
starving. I could eat anything right now. Literally.
Now. I think
Pull up to
the only
Wendy's.
thing I ate today was a cheese stick.
I think all I had
The
today.
life of a toddler parent eating cheese sticks for breakfast. What is
I
that?
had eggs and toast. I managed.
Good for you. Living in luxury while I'm over here scraping by in
You have
survival
the
mode.
choice in the morning.
I have the choice.
Make something. You're always at the gym when
Did you
I'm
say
cooking.
you had eggs?
Yeah,
You
eggs
ate
and
the
toast.
you ate the rest of them because there was no eggs in the fridge when I checked this morning.
We have to
so-
go to the supermarket. We just had this
You've
whole
entered the parking lot for your
conversation.
destination.
We just had this whole conversation on burgers, affordable burgers, fast food burgers. We are trying something new today. What are we trying, Joey?
We're gonna try Freddy's. Never tried Freddy's before. One of my good friends told me it's very similar to Culver's but different in its own way. And I love Culver's.
If you live in the Northeast, you have no idea what Culver's is. You have no idea what Freddy's is. It's not a thing over there.
But I feel like if you live anywhere else, you probably know. The Northeast is
Really?
kind of limited when it comes to chains.
They don't have
and-
In-N-Out either. So,
The East Coast doesn't have In-N-Out
yeah.
yet.
So we're gonna try
One day,
Freddy's. It's like a custard, they have frozen custard and they have burgers. I feel like it's gonna be good. We gotta wake these girls up. We dropped off the donations.
Yep. Just
So
dropped
that's
off
all
the
set.
donations. It was a quick, easy process. It takes like less than 2 minutes. They just pull the bags out of your
Yeah.
car and they run away with them before you can even say hello, goodbye.
No, they're like quick with it. Yeah, they're like, you know, we got 7 bags. Boom, 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 boom. Have a good day. You want a receipt? No, like,
I didn't even see you take those.
where did you bring those? First of all, like, once you make the decision, like, you got to be sure about it because they're gone. All right, Freddy's. Don't do me dirty today, man. I'm starving, Freddy. I love you guys. You excited?
We love you. I was gonna say that today has actually been a really good day. Getting back in the swing of things. I know we
Someone said that, like, when they turn 3, it's like the 3-nager stage. I agree with that. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
Leslie, everything okay?
I guess we can touch on how things have been the past couple weeks. We are tired. I mean, beyond tired, which is why it took a little bit for us to get back into the YouTube swing of things. All right, we're headed back home from lunch. Freddy's was actually really good.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it was really good. So,
Mega-itis right now.
yeah,
I'm trying to keep my eyes open. They're getting all droopy.
so it was a lot. But just to catch you guys up, these past 5 weeks, it's been 5 weeks, right?
5 weeks.
These past 5 weeks have been a transition. It's been a lot.
It's also been a blur, if we're being honest.
Yeah, we're
Like 5
tired.
weeks, like where did it go?
I know. So, like, to fill you in, we opted to get induced. It was just a couple of days before Ava's due date. Mostly because I already knew that, like, my mom was coming for those specific 2 weeks after. We couldn't, like, we don't have family here, so it was a little bit harder to find a babysitter for Leslie, even though we kind of, like, worked it out where we would have one if we needed. But we just figured, you know what, like, we had an induction with Leslie. It worked out really good. Like, we had a very positive experience with that at our
That
hospital.
hospital's great. Your doctor's
Yeah.
great.
Oh man, my doctor in hospital is like game changer. And so we're like, we're just gonna do it again.
I think we just felt confident because it went so well last time.
Right. And just that peace, knowing like Leslie will be taken care of. My mom will now be here for the full 2 weeks after. Like, we don't have to scramble because there's just a lot of moving pieces, and like my mom specifically had to be here for those 2 weeks, so we'd opt like get the most help possible. So we went in on a Sunday, February 2nd. Basically, they like give you medicine that like starts the process to get things going, and slept like the entire night.
Oh, and your epidural actually worked this time. Last time you got it too late, so they were saying there's a chance it probably didn't even kick in all the way based on your experience, because you said you were still having some pains and feeling everything.
Yeah.
This time you were able to even sleep through the night and everything.
So
crazy.
the first time I got opted for an epidural, but I was like, you know what, I want to go natural as, you know, long as possible to see how far I can go. And I guess I may have like waited a little too long, because the epidural worked, but I could still feel like a good amount of pain. And I just thought, like, people make a big deal about the epidural, but like it was helpful, but like I also like was still in pain. But I just thought that that was like normal. And then this time around, I got it early on. I just kind of was like, you know what, I know I want this. I don't need to like try to figure out if I'm gonna, you know, how far I can go. I got it pretty early on, as soon as I had some.
I think you told them before they even asked.
Yeah, I was like, whenever the lady comes by, like, just let her know, sign me up. And and so it worked so much better. Like, it was just like a night and day difference, I feel like.
Even your anesthesiologist was just so
she was so
competent, so efficient. Even the nurse was impressed. Like, how did you do that so quickly and effectively? Like, usually it takes, I don't know, what, 30 minutes or so to administer, and she was in there in like less than 10.
No, it took longer the first time because I was having really bad contractions, and like you can't move. Like, you have to be so still when they're putting that in that like you can't move. So basically I got that, and then they end up putting you on like Pitocin. It kind of like starts up the contractions. Thankfully I needed like the bare minimum amount of Pitocin. Like, my body was like already, things were moving along with the least amount of medicine, which was, I was grateful for it. So we went in there like 9 p.m. and then my doctor ended up like breaking my water 12 hours later. Then contractions started, and then I got the epidural. Then they put me on the Pitocin, and then by what was it, like 3 p.m.
when she was born? Yeah,
like
a little before 3:30.
Yeah, like literally maybe 10 minutes long for delivery. Like,
if that.
It
was so fast.
It was so fast.
Like, once you were ready, you were ready. In fact, the nurse was even telling you, we are here. Even the nurse was telling you, or doing like the practice push with you, and on the first one you did, I guess the baby was trying to come, and the doctor was walking in at the time, and she was like, well, don't have that baby without me. Be careful.
I know. So it was just like, it was like 2 rounds of pushes, and like the baby was here. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was really
and it
fast.
was not painful. Like, night and day difference. Like, you obviously feel something, but it was like not painful, thank God. So it actually was a really positive experience. The nurses were incredible, like on top of everything, like just
the day nurse that we had for the labor was really good, but she was trying to get me to do way too many unnecessary things that
she's like,
as if I was one of the nurses.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what your experience was last time, but I put the dads to work. I was like, oh my gosh. When she first came in, I was a little intimidated.
Is that common? Do nurses do that? Like, is that a common thing that happens? Or like,
I think that was her personality.
Was I just placed in that type of situation?
I think that was her personality.
Yeah, because that definitely didn't happen with Leslie. How's baby sis doing?
Sleeping.
She's good. She's sleeping. We're gonna get out in a minute, okay? How's the air back there? Need more air?
So I think that was just her personality, because when she first came in, I was like, she's a little intimidating, but like a couple minutes later, she was just like boom, 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 getting everything done.
She was incredible.
She was amazing. So, yeah, everything worked out honestly very smoothly. We ended up staying only 1 night, thankfully. Aside from like the induction, we stayed 1 additional night to recover and just have them check the baby and everything. And I will just say, like, we were kind of shocked when we saw Ava. Like, She was like a night and day difference from Leslie, I
Looks
feel like.
nothing like Leslie.
Like Leslie was like born 8 pounds, a little over 8 pounds, dark brown, a lot of hair, like, you know, a little tan, like not too much. And then Ava came out like practically bald, like white skin, like just
She was
6
like,
pounds.
Yeah, like 6.5 pounds.
Just like complete flipped opposite.
She was teeny tiny, which I guess like, I think 6 or 7 is like average,
Yeah, it's
right,
average.
for
I mean, it's
babies?
average. She was
I
like
guess I
almost
just so used
7
to
pounds.
Leslie because Leslie was like a bigger baby.
Mm-hmm.
So like she kind of like filled my arms more. When Ava was born, I was like holding her like this.
Yeah.
Like cupping her in my hands. Like she's so little.
I know, she felt so little. So I had a feeling because I just like, me personally, I didn't get that as big as I did with Leslie. With Leslie, I was 20 pounds heavier by the time like I gave birth. So I was like, okay, that makes sense that we would have a little bit of a smaller baby.
And this time around, I put on the pregnancy weight.
Well, he kept saying the whole time, we're pregnant. Like,
I think hormonally something happens to the dads because during the time that she was pregnant, I was getting weird cravings. I don't even know how that happens. Like just craving specific foods I wouldn't normally eat.
Oh my god.
Like different fast foods and desserts and stuff. Which
and I
I've
wasn't
always
even
had
craving any of those
I've always
things.
had a sweet tooth, but it was like bad.
Yeah, I
know.
didn't even have a sweet. Like I would have an occasional Twix. Like, hey, you stopped at the gas station, get me a Twix. That was pretty much it, I think. But overall, like even in terms of like the experience, recovery, I feel like this time around was like, Leslie's felt very smooth at the hospital.
It was.
But this was smoother. I'm like, I
Well, your
didn't know
body
that
was
it
used
could
to
be. Yeah, I didn't know that it could be like better than that. So I mean, I'm very
Like Ava
grateful.
just fell out. Like, you actually had to
Fall
put
out.
work in with Leslie, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she came.
maybe
fast.
because like you already gave birth
That's
once,
why.
your body was used to it, but also Ava was like 2 pounds lighter than Leslie,
Right.
so she was a lot smaller too.
Right. Yeah, I'm very happy with how everything went, and I'm very grateful that my mom was here immediately. Like she came like you said, like that Sunday during the day.
Got her settled in, and then we left basically.
And it was just like really emotional, like leaving Leslie that night, just cause like we knew that was like the last time being a family of 3. And
I mean,
then like that was like probably a highlight for me.
I
just that
cried for
moment.
several days straight. I have no
Joey's
shame.
been in tears.
It
But
was sad to me. I mean, that was
no.
my first baby, my first little girl, and just knowing that I have another one and it's no longer the 3 of us. I don't know. I don't even know how to put it all in words. It was just like a whole mix of emotions and just a major life change that.
we like cried. There was like a day like after we got home with like the baby and everything, and it was like the middle of the night and we were just crying. We're like, it's never gonna be how it was. Like happy obviously like that things changed, but it's like realizing that like it really is like you're not going backwards here. Like the time that you had together, just like the 3 of us,
And just like
really
knowing
is,
Leslie's
like-
not the baby anymore.
Right.
Like she's still our baby, but she's not like the youngest. So
yeah. So
it's just sad to me.
but basically like those next 2 weeks my mom was here, helped with so much, mostly with Leslie because like she's also almost 3. She likes, you know, she needs a lot of like attention right now, I feel like, in different ways.
You need attention.
It was just so helpful. So we had my mom here those first full 2 weeks, then immediately after had Joey's mom and his brother here for another like week and a half.
Almost 2
2 weeks.
Close to 2 weeks. 10 days or so.
Yeah. So last week was our
Week and a half,
first
yeah.
week
Same thing.
on our own, like just us, no help. So once we got through that week, we're like, okay, I think we're ready to like,
We definitely got
get
knocked
back
off
into-
track with
yeah.
like routine and everything, and you know that's why
to be
we,
expected. I
yeah, I
feel
mean
like.
that's pretty much why we took a month off from doing longer form content. I mean, we were struggling to put out shorter form content
Yeah.
the past month, even on Instagram and TikTok, just trying to get anything out, just because there's just been so much going on, and like Cynthia said, family visiting and everything. It's just I don't know. your head is
Yeah.
just in like a million different places at once that we just
Yeah.
kind of had to take a step back and chill a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
And
now
like I was recovering, we weren't sleeping.
Yeah.
Like a lot of family were
just a major
were in and
adjustment,
out.
but you know, we're back. We're ready to get back into it, back on the grind. I mean, we miss
I'm
you
excited.
guys.
I'm excited for this year. I feel like, you know, we really feel motivated to like accomplish a lot of things this year, and I'm excited to like document it and share it and hopefully encourage other people in that as well, and like showing like our family and what we're going through, and like hoping that like you can relate to us in different ways, and like we can actually make connections on here. And I think like that's one thing that we're looking forward to, is like making deeper connections, because like with long form content we can show more of our personality. And I think that's like I actually like personally enjoy editing long form content more than the short term,
Which is
short
crazy
form
because
stuff.
it takes
it takes longer,
quadruple the amount of time.
yeah. But it's like I just feel like it's more of like
And it takes a while to edit
full
some of the
story.
shorter form.
Yeah, just it's yeah, I guess everyone
Depending
has
on
like
the
their
video.
own thing, but yeah, we'll fill you in more. We just need to bring the girls inside. What's going on over here? This is what happens when your dad's a wrestling fan. Back in the house, we got Lessie watching some Paw Patrol or Rubble and Crew. Rubble and Crew. Just a little TV for a bit. I'm gonna try to get some work done. Just finished feeding Ava. Got her in the carrier right now. This one is the Wild Bird carrier. I have this one and the Maybe carrier. I'm trying this one out a little bit more because I feel like I've just naturally been gravitating more toward the Maybe carrier. It's a little easier to put on, but I do like this one too, and I like the color. The Maybe one that I have is in black. What I like about these is that she falls asleep within minutes of me putting her in here. And one of the differences, which I did want to say this time around, is that she does not let us put her down for too long. Lessie was not like that. She would let us, you know, put her down on the play mat, like the little play gym, in the Mamaroo swing, and, you know, on the couch, like wherever we were, we could put her down for a bit. She is not like that. I don't know why. Maybe it's a personality thing, I don't know, but we weren't like excessively holding her for her to get like that, you know what I mean? So like every time we put her down, she'll be okay for like 5 to 10 minutes, which is not enough time to do anything. So I've found that I'm grateful for these. I didn't baby wear with Lessie, but I'm grateful that I have 2 of these, and Joey's actually gonna start trying to wear one of them too, just because I need to get things done, you know? Need to get things done. So I just gave Leslie a little bit of milk. I'm gonna make a coffee. I'm trying to figure out where to situate this. So gotta clean up a little bit. Might make some toast, but we'll see. I really like this color though. It's good to have at least like 2 neutral colors. I do want to get maybe 1 more. If I end up using these enough, I will invest and get another one in a cool color. But for now, I would say this is good. I was getting rid of flowers, washed these out. and I'm gonna start making a coffee. So I got my Nespresso. Love these double espresso pods. These are the best, honestly, very strong. Double espresso Scudo. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's the dark brown one. But these are really good if you're just into making lattes. Like any type of, you could flavor it however you want. It's just a good, like, bold flavor. I just like making iced lattes with milk and sugar. I'm not a big, like, syrup person. I try, like, some flavors if I go to, like, a cool coffee shop and, like, they have a go-to that has flavor in it. But my go-to is not adding syrups. I just want to taste the coffee. Yogurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have yogurt. I can give you some. We just have yogurt though. We don't have fruit right now. We have to go to the supermarket. So what I was gonna say is that, you know, the past couple weeks have definitely been a lot. They've been a transition, a huge transition for us, mostly because Leslie just needs a lot of attention right now in terms of not even just playing with her, but just steering her in the right direction when it comes to, like, discipline, talking to her, making sure that, you know, she's listening to us. Like, we're going through a little bit of a rough patch right now, but we're coming out on the other side. I declare that, because I know that this age can be challenging, almost hitting that, like, 3-year mark, but she's doing really good. Like, she's a great kid. She does, like, listen. She has a great heart. It's just testing the boundaries, you know what I mean? But that those first, like, I would say, like, the first week coming home with the baby was just, you know, it was a huge transition, I think, for everybody. And just with her, she just doesn't know, like, how, you know, big she is versus the baby, and that she can't lean on, you know, her head or her body and things like that. So we had to keep, like, repeating, just things like that, just making sure that everyone's safe, and also just navigating the differences with her. And she actually has been, like, she had, like, a good stretch of, like, getting up to 4 hours of sleep at night. So, like, between 2 to 4, and then she'll have, like, a 2-hour stretch. That's, like, during the time that we're sleeping. So we're hanging in there, honestly, just trying to do our best. And it's also, like, when we do finally get her down, keeping her down, which is, like, the other challenge, because sometimes we'll put her down and she'll wake up within, like, 5-10 minutes again, and we have to go through everything to put her down again. So we're just trying to figure that out. Again, she's 5 weeks old. She just wants to be close. She's, like, not aware of anything. It's not like we're building bad habits. She's literally a newborn. So that's just, it's stuff that we're trying to navigate, because...
Hi!
Hi! Hey, love. I made a coffee. I need to wake up, even though it's the afternoon. I need to wake up, get a little work done, put baby sis in her bed, and then I'll get your yogurt too right now, okay? How have you been feeling as a big sis?
Good.
Good? You like it? You enjoying it? Joey stepped out for a bit. He will be back. And then we'll probably just, I just want to see if he has any additional thoughts, because I feel like as a dad, it's always going to be different than, like, obviously my thoughts, but I'll chat with him in a bit. So any last thoughts? How's it been as a dad of 2? Any differences?
Differences? Well, the biggest one is that Ava's definitely not as independent as Leslie was in the newborn stage. She likes to be held a lot more. She doesn't like to sit down for more than, like, 5-10 minutes without crying. But that being said, she's a lot calmer when I hold her. Leslie didn't want me to hold her at all.
I remember that.
She was attached to you, and
She's
Anytime
chilling
I either
right
picked her
now.
up, she'd like scream at the top of her lungs, and Ava's pretty chill. I mean, she likes to hang out with me.
I
But the
know.
moment I put her down,
Oh my gosh. I'm nervous.
I didn't even let go, and she's already.
She knows.
Do you want to say anything to everybody that's watching you right now? Anything to say for the
You want to
vlog?
close out the vlog, Ava?
Close it out for us. Give us your input. What do you think?
Well, on that note, thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one. And Ava says bye. Bye, guys.
Wow. Your first word.
Impressive.